Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your November 15th through November 30th, roughly, um, tarot card reading. So, I have already meditated on your shine, that Sagittarian shine. No, I've already meditated on your sign, and I will start by reading the two animal cards I wanted to come out for you today. And this is just an overarching thematic energy to keep in mind as we move both through the rest of the spread and through the next couple of weeks. So, I'll read from the book and then I'll give you my intuitive 2 cents. I may have already said that. It's early in the morning. Okay, so we have the tarantula and the dragon. And there was so much buoyancy, almost like a pulsating around this dragon energy. So let's read. Oops. There we go. Okay. The tarantula. At a crossroads, claiming life's purpose. The tarantula represents a moment when a great decision must be made. It involves prioritizing your life's deeper purpose, or dharma. A habit or routine from the past is sidetracking you from your dream, yet a voice inside keeps begging you to refocus your attention. In order to find true happiness, you must choose dharma. Until you do, satisfaction will be fleeting. The tarantula hovers, patient and calm, like an old friend that knows your inner soul. It already knows you'll choose wisely. When in balance, follows intuition. When out of balance, hesitates, over-intellectualizes. To bring into balance, daily journaling. Really strong, beautiful energy there. Okay, and then the dragon, which is a spirit card. One of the few spirit cards here. Okay, and so this is a very live, like I said, pulsating frequency for you guys. Dragon, seeing one's most true self, balancing the ego. The dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us since before our first breath and will be there at our last. It watches us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. When dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. It is almost as if we are traveling with a great friend inside of ourselves. When we look in the mirror, deep into our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self, the one who is watching us. This is the power of the dragon breathing transformative fire into every cell of our body. Witnessing this omnipotent energy, even for a brief moment, helps us surrender and let go. We let the dragon guide us. We hop on its back for a ride, and as we traverse even the most difficult terrain, the dragon's eyes see beauty everywhere. It is said that if a yogi does not see beauty in the world, their Ajni is dim. Ajni is described as inner fire or sacred intelligence. May even just the mention of the dragon stir the embers of the intelligence within you. The dragon in the third chakra. The subtle energy of the dragon lives at the navel center in the Manipura chakra. Manipura translates to the city of hidden gems, and behind its gates burns the fire of our transformation and digestion. The sages believe health of the fire at the navel center is what governs our ability to clearly see both the inner and outer dimensions. So there are a couple things that are really sort of striking chords here. First of all, friendship is coming up strong for this Sagittarian energy, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. The power of friendship and the support of it. I also feel like there is this crossroads energy, and it's almost as if like the tide has come in. There's this cycle. It's almost a cycle that is that you're moving on from, that you're evolving through. But it feels like it is a completion energy. However, we have this crossroads energy. So it's almost like it is this proactive choice to move beyond this crossroads standpoint, making a decision point. And with the dragon, and there is that sense of like finding that friend, finding that support within yourself. So there is this empowerment. There is this this dragon energy. It's you looking at you. So it is that higher self. It is that higher perspective. So there is this greater awareness. It feels like this raise in your level of consciousness and how you are, I just heard, working with your own technology. So it's like how you're working with your own system. I feel like there has been this new discovery, this engagement with your own personal technology and figuring out how you work. And there's this honoring that and moving forward. And I feel like in doing so and carrying forward with this higher perspective, this larger perspective, your decision making is, you're able to really align your decision making with this, I just heard, greater version of yourself, future version of yourself, higher version of yourself. So there is this, it's almost as if you are more animated now by this greater version of yourself. There's this connection happening to your higher self, to your higher perspective, that is causing this new animation in how you go about your day-to-day life, how you explore yourself and explore your possibilities. So there is this crossroads energy, though, that's very strong, that I want to make sure I'm hitting. There is this tying up of something. There's this moving through. There has been this traversing of challenging, uncertain terrain. And I feel like there is this immense wisdom that you're holding right now, that you're stepping into, and that you're empowering yourself with, that you have earned throughout this process. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. And then, okay, so this is the focal point of the reading here. We have the Fool crossed by the Hierophant. Stunning, 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 stunning. And this Hierophant energy was very strong. Even as I was meditating on your sign, it kept coming up. And there's something about being your own mentor, or finding a mentor perhaps. But I feel for many of you, I'm looking at this, it's this harnessing of your own power. It's this coming into yourself. It's stepping into your own voice. And it's this immense trust in yourself, that this regained or renewed trust in your truth and in yourself, and this allowance of whatever your path forward might be. So it's kind of saying, and again, regained capability is coming up. I feel like that was a theme for you last time a bit. But there is this, it's true stepping into your own power in many ways. So it's like stepping on track. It's on path. Okay, so recent past. We have the Mother of Cups reversed, anchoring the spread. We have the Eight of Cups, okay? In the near future, we have the Six of Cups reversed, beautiful, crowning the spread. We have the Five of Swords reversed next to the Two of Pentacles reversed, okay? And this is your general energy here. We have the Four of Swords, beautiful. In your environment, we have the Magician reversed, stunning. Hopes and fears, we have the Five of Wands. And then in the sort of outcome or leading us into December, we have the Mother of Swords reversed. And then there are 3 cards that wanted to come out from Colette Baron Reads a Good Tarot. We have the Hierophant. So this is a very present energy for you as well. It's very connected to that dragon energy. So there's this deeper connection to self, and in turn, this deeper connection to spirituality, to your spirituality, to yourself as spirit, I just heard. So we also have the King of Air, and we have the Messenger of Earth. And this feels like a conversation and some sort of news coming in, some sort of new information, or it may be an anticipated information. This might be a little bit more specific for some of you, but new specific information that in some way or form is significantly informing your path forward. And I feel like it's coming from an energy around you that a logical thinker, I just heard. And it's almost this, it feels like an offering of information, a offering of, like I just heard, what's on someone's mind. And it's something about, and there's something quite vulnerable about whatever this new information that that this person is coming out with. Unless this is you, and this could be you bringing forward some sort of information to another, that it just feels very vulnerable and significant in how you move forward with this. I do feel strongly that there's another party involved here. So it's kind of, I'm hearing aligning forces. So there's something that is being brought to light that in some way or form will it greatly inform how your next steps forward. So anyways, so what I will do at the end of the reading, I'll read this one from the book. The King of Air and the Messenger of Earth feels a bit more specific, so just for a few of you. Alrighty. The Fool, a new beginning. It's this fresh start. It's this lightness. It's this, there's this springiness to this. There's this springboard, springing forward. So it feels like, and also I feel like there's this progress that's happening in leaps and strides, I just heard. So crossed by the Hierophant. So we're looking at guidance, a guiding energy, whether that's coming from you or from something that you resonate with strongly outside of you. It could be a person. It could be something connected to your spirituality, absolutely. Whatever this is, this could be, a teacher or something, or some sort of guiding light for you. And again, that could be that deep connection that you've cultivated with yourself and with your own internal sort of navigation system, your own guiding light. But whatever this is it's bringing you into this place of power, this position of clarity, this position of integrity, and I just heard standstill. So it's almost as if I just heard standing midair. So you're in motion, you're moving forward, and it's almost like this moment of, but this heightened consciousness, no matter how quickly things might be moving around you or how slowly, there is this clarity at which you're moving forward. So in the anchoring the spread, we have the Eight of Cups. So what I'm feeling is like in the past, it's like you felt you had nothing to offer. This totally tapped. You're just like tapped out. I feel a lot of exhaustion, a lot of disappointment, a lot of sensitivity. So this has been something that has been significant to your journey, and it's carried you into this place of great intuition, this great resonance with yourself and with the things that you need. So it's this sensitivity is still feels very alive in the recent past here. But more than anything, I feel like it became a self-study. And with the Hierophant, we see that self-study. And I feel like this self-study, I just heard renewal of self-worth, which is beautiful. So this excavation of yourself in order to learn your own technology, in order to move forward from this place, it's actualizing itself in so many ways. This energy that you've been cultivating, it's actualizing itself. So carrying us into the near future, and I wanted to go here. I wanted to jump here. There's a correlation here between the Four of Swords and the Hierophant. So there is this. This is kind of what it feels like, that moment of stillness amidst this, in midair. It's this clarity. It's this seeing clearly. And it's this deep, deep knowing that all will be well, that all is well, but in particular, that all will be well. So there's this stride that you're hitting to a degree, this very personal stride and trust. So the Hierophant and the Fool are both carrying us directly into the Six of Cups reversed. So we have this, I just heard young love, old love. So it feels like it's taking me back to something from the past. It's almost two different things. It's something from the past, or someone from the past, or that nostalgia that's often associated with this card. But there's also this renewal. There's this renewal of love. And your faith in love. And this, again, it's all stemming from this new faith within yourself. So there's this new energy field that you are working with, that you are coming into, or maybe perhaps you have come into and are continuing to come into. But it is upping the ante, I just heard, and it's also upping your sense of capability. I just heard that again. So this sense of trust, and it feels like this is opening up how you're able to experience your relationships. And that has been a little bit of a theme with these readings over these next couple of weeks. So how we're experiencing relationships, how we're experiencing ourselves in relation, and what that feels like. So that's probably one of the reasons why this sensitivity is coming up strong. I feel like it's almost a switch side of where you were overly sensitive before. You're now able, in a really beautiful way, to experience the sensations of sensitivity, and particularly in relation to your relationships, that open new doors for you, that create greater connection. So there's this deepening of intimacy, I just heard, with the self. So there's this greater, more intimate relationship with yourself. And in turn, the energy that you're emitting is either bringing to you or already deepening the intimacy within relationship. So we have the 5 crowning the spread. We have the 5 of Swords reversed next to the 2 of Pentacles reversed. And I feel like it's this ebb and flow of financial matters. So, and it's, I feel like I'm looking at budgeting, and it's budgeting as a means to, so there's this getting organized around financial stability. And I'm almost getting the feeling that you're setting something aside for something in particular. There's like funds or something being set aside for something very in particular. Or it's almost even in your mind's eye, that consciousness of setting aside, I want to set aside resources in order to do this. And for some of you, it's almost like this dividing of funds. There's like this dividing of funds. And again, this may be more specific for some of you, but I do feel like there could be some disappointment. So it's a little bit, it can feel a little bit more tender, a little bit harsher in this sort of splitting of funds. But it's a two-sided. It's a two-sided thing. There, these cards are holding both. That it could be for some of you. I just heard bittersweet. I just heard tough love. So just more challenging. It's a bit more of a. It feels a bit more emotional and a bit more gritty to work with these financial means. And it could be something connected to something that was disappointing for you in the past. And I just heard paying up. And then for others of you, I feel like it's this putting funds aside for something in particular, something specific, and this reorganization of funds. So we have in the general energy, so this illuminated, enlightened, very patient, but engaged energy. And that's mirrored by, in your environment, the Magician. I feel like the Magician is sort of looking at this lamb, and they're leading each other. It's almost like they're on the same page. They're thinking there's this attention on, I just heard, being the best you can be. So I feel like there's this support that you're experiencing in your environment around gathering all of the tools you need around, and this could also be, I could be looking at classes of some kind, some money spent towards cultivating these tools. You see, the Magician has all of the tools. So I feel like there is this, this concentration on working with and acquiring tools, building tools, and using your tools. So there's this resourcefulness, there is this versatility that's coming up big time. And this is also there is this very versatile energy that's alive right now. And I feel like it's very strong for Sagittarius. So in Hopes and Fears, we have, so this can sometimes speak to conversations, some challenging conversations. And also, I just heard working out the kinks. So there's something about like working out the kinks of something. There's, you know, I feel like you've come a distance with something that you're exploring or working with, and now it's just fine tuning it. It's sort of about, your hope is just to continue to work out whatever kinks need to be worked out. And the Mother of Swords reversed, carrying us at the end of November, I feel like I'm looking at some sort of decision and or indecision. So there could be this moment where at the end of November where you're sort of finding yourself sitting on a question. You're sitting on some sort of decision around an action step forward. What am I going to do next? So what is this next step? What do I want to do with this? And there's this strong listening energy that's coming from the Mother of Swords. So there's this. It's. I feel like you're listening to advice. You're listening to yourself. You're really allowing yourself to let something marinate before you make this decision forward. Okay, so the Hierophant. Again, we're looking at you know, bringing that spirituality to earth, to getting to know how you work, how you tick. This sense of justice I just heard. But most of all, I do feel like it is this building of integrity around your own personal relationship, like your relationship with yourself. So there is this truly empowered energy in the material world. So there is, again, that what I'm being shown is sort of that connection to spirit. So there is that strengthening of your connection to spirit, or whatever that means to you, your higher self, your true self, whatever that means, God, all of these things. There's just this connection to spirit that is happening in a really strong, big way right now. And you should be feeling that. If you open to that, you should be feeling the security that that connection brings and cultivates. So let me go ahead and read this. It's carrying us into November. Hierophant, spiritual practice. When this card appears, it reminds me to be committed to a spiritual practice, to ensure a conscious contact to my higher power. When I have a daily practice of prayer and meditation steeped in gratitude and committed to being a co-creator, life works out in wondrous ways. Rituals are in my highest good at this time. Exchanging vows is also highlighted. So yes, it's about continuing to cultivate this spiritual practice. That's also, with this at the focal point here, that really is about continuing to step deeper into your spiritual practice, to explore your spiritual practice as a way to explore yourself further. Again, learn how you tick. It's very deeply connected, and this is saying in a big way that this deepening of your spiritual practice will take you there. So dive in and explore yourself and listen. I'm sending you so much love. Please like, comment, subscribe. That means so much to me. Do check out your moon or your rising sign, because that'll help piece together a more holistic reading for yourself. And I'm wishing you all the best over these next couple of weeks. I love you with all my heart, and I'm so, so grateful for you. I love you.